I know Mother Teresa of Lisieux, one of your favorites. Her little way is so, a lot of what we're talking about. She talks a lot about putting up with herself, just as I am. All right, Therese isn't really one of your favorites. Why?
It's interesting that you ask why, because a priest friend of mine several years ago. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to publicly admit for the first time that I don't dislike Therese.
Ooh.
First time on your show. So feel honored.
Done.
I don't like, and I think this is probably the case for most people who say they don't like Therese. I don't like what people have done with Therese. I don't like people who write about Therese. I don't like the people who write about her. I often don't like what they write.
Yeah. Because she's the least
anytime
sugary
I've read,
sweet saint out there.
right, but that's how she's portrayed. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah. And because when I've read anything about her spirituality, I love it. I love her spirituality. I think I just haven't, and I just kind of like push back because I don't want to jump on the train that so many people are on of just...
I know what you mean. I was like that with Louis de Montfort back in the day when everyone was on this Louis de Montfort kick, and I would read it and I didn't want to pretend that I liked it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like how he writes. I don't like it. And I think that was true. I think I didn't like it. And I have grown into his writings a little bit. But it's also the case that no one should feel the pressure to resonate with the writings of any particular saint, right?
That's why we have so many.
Yeah, and so many devotions. And
100%. Therese is my confirmation saint.
I know.
It's okay. She's sent roses on roses, and has interceded for me in like a very crazy way.
I've received roses from her multiple times.
Yeah.
My friends who love Saint Therese, they're like super jealous of this, right? They're like, why? You don't even like her. Why do you get roses from her? And I'm like, well, she likes me a lot. Yeah.
The first rose I received from her is the rose on my face.
It's true.
So very cool. But yeah.
It hurt a lot.
It did. Quite a lot, actually. But wasn't one of her trials the fact that it just seemed like no other nuns liked her and she felt that?
I can't speak to that.
I think so. I mean, I think that she felt disliked by, I don't know. This is, maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, but I'm like, is this just a nun thing? Nuns are just like, oh, Therese, what are you up to,
Can I tell you what ChatGPT told me about Mother Natalia and Teresa Lisieux?
Yes, but first I realized I cut myself off. Well, I was going to say one of my priest friends several years ago said, he was like, I know why you don't like Therese. And I was like, why? And he's like, you're just like her. And I was like, oh, but I don't think he's wrong.
I don't think he's wrong either.
That's
a
real.
Beautiful compliment. Yeah. So I said, does Mother Natalia love Therese of Lisieux? Are you ready for this? This is what ChatGPT said. Yes, Mother Natalia, the abbess of Christ the Bridegroom Monastery, has spoken fondly of Therese of Lisieux in various interviews and talks. She has expressed her admiration of St. Therese's little way. Mother Natalia's connection with St. Therese is part of a broader love, many in religious life, and here they're just guessing. But
wow, so ChatGPT totally
wrong.
Inaccurate.
Yeah. So not the abbess.
Funny.
Case in point. Yeah, I'm not the abbess of the community. Praise God. I hope
Christ
I never
the
am.
Bridegroom. How wild that I just typed your first name, Mother Natalia, and it knew you were from that.
That's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. Therese for me is important because I wanted to pick like Linus. Wait, who's the Roman soldier who stabbed Longinus? Yeah, very heavy metal saint. Went on to get his tongue cut out and smash idols. Love that guy. Or like Dismas was a huge one I wanted, the thief on the cross, all these manly saints, but then there's something that is missing for me in my life that I need to practice, which is gentleness. And that's like Therese's whole thing. She's just like so wildly gentle. And like her quote about God's mercy being like a raging inferno and all the sin you could possibly do is like a droplet of water falling into it. Like it just consumed by God's mercy and deleted instantly. Like you could never compete with the amount, and all those things are like so beautiful to me. And you do have this air of like gentleness that like ebbs and flows off of you. Like just to be close to you is to feel like a little bit of like a hug or something. You know what I mean? Like that nice, like that rock that a kid has, you know, that or in their parents, you know.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. That like
Stability.
I go to play and then I'm scared and I have a home base to always come back to. And that's like sort of Therese. There's this infinite gentleness and like loving feminine energy that is maybe absent from my life in certain ways and something that I aspire to have because it's so far away from my experience. Whereas I want like St. George, you know, I'm like, let's stab dragons and like have quotes about like killing heretics or whatever crazy stuff. But no, just the little girl who prayed for murderers and like was just so gentle and loving and like struggled with herself. That's like that's what I need, not what I want.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting. Can I ask you a very personal question?
Please.
Okay. Are you different with other people than you are with me?
No.
Because I would describe you. I, in fact, have described you to people as like, I'm like, Shayne is just so gentle and so sweet. And so it's fascinating to me that you say that you gentleness is something that you're very lacking because I don't see that at all.
It's like a deliberate thing. It's like how for a time when I first started doing comedy, I had all these people give me all this advice and I got in my head and I would wear long sleeves and I would never not wear my glasses and I shaved my facial hair and I had a really nice haircut all the time. So it's to sort of like make myself palatable. And then as I've grown into myself, especially as I've made my conversion and felt more comfortable with me, I've sort of been like, oh, this is what I look like. This is what Shayne looks like when he's just being himself. And like, it's not to say I don't want hair again at some point or whatever, but like this would be me right now. And I sort of took that leap. Recently, when I did my special, I didn't wear the glasses, didn't have the fancy haircut. I wasn't traditionally handsome, and I am kind of nervous how that'll be received, but I do that. And so the gentleness is like something that I practice like deliberately. Yeah, I'm deliberately gentle with you, whereas what comes natural to me would be simply not being social at all.
You know? Right.
I want to tell you about a course that I have created for men to overcome pornography. It is called strive21.com/Matt. You go there right now, or if you text STRIVE to 66866, we'll send you the link. It's 100% free, and it's a course I've created to help men, to give them the tools to overcome pornography. Usually men know that porn is wrong. They don't need me or you to convince them that it's wrong. What they need is a battle plan to get out. And so I've distilled all that I've learned over the last 15 or so years as I've been talking and writing on this topic into this one course. Think of it as if you and I could have a coffee over the next 21 days and I would kind of guide you along this journey. That's basically what this is. It's incredibly well produced. We had a whole camera crew come and film this. And I think it'll be a real help to you. And it's also not an isolated course that you go through on your own, because literally tens of thousands of men have now gone through this course. And as you go through the different videos, there's comments from men all around the world encouraging each other, offering to be each other's accountability partners and things like that. Strive21, that's strive21.com/Matt, or as I say, text STRIVE to 66866 to get started today. You won't regret it.